Hello. I worked on this a little bit in between the last stream and today because I realized that a lot of the hydrangeas would be um, they would be very tedious and repetitive, so I started working on those. Um, I also was thinking it would be pretty nice. Oh, let me turn the music down a little bit. It's a bit loud for me. Uh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. So I thought it would be pretty cute to add in like bees or butterflies or something. So I just made like a little note of what I wanted to do. I still don't know what kind of bugs or animals I want. I think a bird would be really nice there. But just to add like a little bit more, oh yeah, and some clovers and such. So I made notes of those. Turn down the opacity. But yeah, it's Friday, which is pretty nice. Um, I'm gonna be playing games with friends later, which is gonna be fun. But what all are other people looking forward to? That's a tangent. I'm gonna fix that. Yeah, I added some detail to the tree as well. Don't know how I'm feeling about this song. I'm gonna actually skip it. There we go. Okay. Still a little bit of a tangent, but I don't think it's as bad. Decided to go kind of simple with the flowers, keeping the basic shape and then just adding some detailing in it. Um, one, to save time, but also to um, so that it's not distracting from the focus of the piece. I'm thinking that on Tuesday I'll probably start working on something else. Not really sure what it'll be necessarily, but I mean it could be the rib cage illustration. Or I was thinking it might be fun to do sketch requests in a stream at one point, but I would probably want to do a little bit more setup so people know that that's happening. It's really hot out today, like 100, over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm really glad that the house isn't too bad. Okay, so that's all of the flowers in the bush. I need to do the flower crown ones and the tail. How does this color look? It's a little bit, let me decrease the opacity. Not quite so much. There. Nope. I must have the settings wrong. There we go. But yeah, I'm thinking of different things that I could stream that would be fun for me and fun for other people. There's a comic that I've been working on, and I don't know if anybody would be interested in seeing how I do like the thumbnailing sketching stage, but I might do that at some point. There's other illustrations. I have a few commissions that I've got. I was working on one of them before the stream actually. It's a pretty fun commission, although it's challenging as well. It involves drawing a like a mechanical cat bat thing. Uh, and so that's the most challenging part right now. It's also got like these a lot of drapery, which is fun for me to work on. But I was sketching that out. As I work on these, I'm trying to pay attention to what direction the flower is supposed to be facing. So like this one's kind of like that way. And then this one's more like here. Maybe it should be the same color as these. Oh. Okay, there we go. Give me a sec to move Penny. Oh, Penny, you are so sleepy. She's very offended that I'm moving my legs, as per the usual, but she'll get over it. Okay. Add a little bit of distinction here. Or maybe I could go lighter. Been thinking a lot about the direction I want the light to be. I think I probably want the light to be coming in from like this way, so that I can have some shadow like over here and here, but the fox can be in light. I think that would look nice. Penny. Okay, Penny. I need to look up what a cardinal looks like. Cardinal. Okay. I'm gonna make the wing darker. It looks like most the cardinals only really have the top of the wing darker, but this way it can stand out more from the rest of the bird. And then they've got like a little mask thing, almost. And then their beak is a little bit more orange. There. Some of these cardinals look really fluffy. It's cute. Okay. Oh, there's too much contrast there. Opacity. That's better. Hi, Laguna. Yeah, I decided to add critters to the piece because there wasn't already enough in it. But I'm still not sure if I want to go with bees or if I want to go with butterflies or a mix. I'm kind of leaning towards bees, like little bumblebees. I think a bit of yellow might be nice. How are you doing today, Laguna? Maybe I want to go with just round. I know that bees aren't round like this, but some of them sure do look like they are. A bean shape almost. Yeah, little beans. Little bean bees. Then I'll add their wings after I put in all of the bodies. I have one more like here. Every time I go on a walk and I see a bee on the sidewalk, I take out a piece of paper and shepherd it onto the paper and then put it near some flowers. Because usually they get stepped on or they like die from heat or getting too cold depending on where they are. Gonna have one of them like face first in this thing, so it's just gonna have its legs sticking out of the flower. I think I want to make them a bit smaller. And I'll move these a bit. And then one butterfly. I had it in the sketch right there, but I'm gonna put it right here instead. Butterflies are orange sometimes. I'm gonna skip this song. Here we go. Okay. So one of the differences between butterflies and moths is that butterflies' wings kind of go up and down, kind of like this, but moths' wings are like this. So that's one of the ways you can tell the difference between them. I personally prefer moths over butterflies. I just like how they're fuzzy. But they're both nice critters. I am not above chasing or following, I don't really chase it, but following a butterfly around every, for 10 minutes. Trying to get a picture of it. Okay. Make this one darker. And then we'll add some like spots to it and stripes. When I was a kid, I used to raise caterpillars into moths. I just pick them up from the ground and put them in a jar and feed them. Opacity a little bit higher. There, that's the color I want. I have been working on finding more music so that I'm not just like using the same playlist. Um, but it's a slow process finding, like curating it to be what I, so that it's got no vocals and um, so I can use it without Twitch getting mad at me. Okay, there's some bees. And then give them little legs, little leggies. Alan's legs. I know they don't, they've got like they've got the head and the middle part and although that might just be ants, I don't know. But this one's legs are sticking out because it is lost in the sauce. And they'll have wings soon. I love when bees are like, they've got so much pollen that they look like they have little boots. I think that that's adorable. I don't think I could add that much detail without um, detracting from the piece as a whole, but okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the wings on a separate layer so that I can decrease the opacity, and they're just gonna be straight up white wings. And then decrease the opacity. Their wings are kind of see-through. Set it to 45. Okay. And then I wanted to add in more little grassy details. I was gonna put a bee on the book. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make one of these a 4-leaf clover. Make this one a 4-leaf clover. I've never actually found a 4-leaf clover in real life. I haven't even seen one, but I'm sure that they exist. What I'm doing right now is I'm taking the color of the grass, like the main part of the grass, with a lower opacity to try and make these stand out a little bit less. Okay. I think I'm ready to start adding light and shadows and such, which is pretty exciting. I've been looking forward to it. But that also means that I have to figure out how to do that. I will start with the tree. And this is going to involve making more layers because of the way I am as a person. Okay. So if the light is coming from the upper left corner, maybe like maybe it's kind of like coming like that, or a little bit more forward. I think that would be good. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to block in the major light shapes, and then I'm going to add in more detail and as it kind of the process that I've been doing for this whole piece, where I block in the major shape and then add in smaller parts as I go along. Okay. Oh, I forgot the flowers on the tail. Okay, maybe I'll add in a bit of detailing for the leaves on here as well. Pretty good. Do I want to go screen or overlay? Overlay makes it more vivid. I'll work with that for now. Usually when I'm rendering stuff, I start with the shadows first. So I'm trying to start with the light first here so that I kind of get out of my comfort zone. That's kind of what so like this piece is a very chill piece, but it's very much out of my wheelhouse. I don't do a whole lot of lineless work. Pause. My goodness, this is a lot of layers. I'm gonna do some shadow work on this shirt now. How does this look zoomed out? Not bad. I might go back and do a bit more. not that direction. Works for the book, but not for the fox. I think I like that. Don't know how I feel about that though. What happens if I change the temperature of this? No, it would need to be darker. Maybe a bluer color. No, pink? Maybe what it needs isn't a shadow, but a light. We'll try that. Yeah, I think that's what it needed, was light instead of shadow. You could maybe use a little bit of shadow, but maybe just not quite so much. Yeah, I like that. Bumping up the opacity for the shadows on the fox to help it stand out a bit more. And I will have a little bit of light on the shirt. It's already pretty light as it is, but it might help. Overlay. Yeah, give it just a hint of color variation to help the sell the fabric of the clothes, basically. And then not quite so different. Maybe just a temperature change. Yeah. Pause. Those need shadow. I pause at the pause. This is too many layers. But I'm stuck in it now. The nice thing is I can just collapse the folder and pretend that none of those layers exist. Let's adjust this, give it a spraying effect, increase the particle size, decrease the density, make more spray variation. Let's see, what'll that do? No, it needs more. I'm trying to get it so that I can get a dappled effect using this same brush. Ooh, something kind of like that. I've already got the particle density set to as little. I guess that's dappled as it. I do also have this scatter brush where I took various shapes that I made. That one might actually work. Let's put this back to the way it was. Make sure I didn't mess anything up. Looks good. Yeah, looks normal. Okay. Because I want a dappled effect on the leaves. Sounds like the music stopped. That means I need to stretch my hands. If you are watching, take a moment to stretch your arms and your hands and shoulders and stuff. And get a drink of water if you can. I don't know how I feel about that. That's not bad. I think I just had the light reaching into the shadow side. Okay, back leaves and tree trunk are gonna be um, my next thing to work on. The back leaves won't be too bad. I want them to be mostly the way they are, just like a subtle variation is enough. And the tree trunk already has that. Um, okay. I think I want to work on the bushes next. I think I want to mess around with the adjustment layers right now. Let's play with the levels. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's see. That kind of bumps up the colors a little bit. I don't know if I like it better or the same. I think I like it slightly better. Maybe if I decrease the opacity to make it a more subtle change. What happens if I do color balance? Where's that? This one. No, color balance. The one that says color balance. Okay, so basically what this does is it reads the, like you can see that looks really cool, like an autumn-y kind of thing. I think I do want the whole thing to be kind of warmer. I actually really like that. But I also kind of liked how it was before. The tree kind of looks a little too red. Maybe if I do that to the... See, and you can see how it, based off of if I pick highlight, halftone, or shadow, it changes things. Most of the illustrations I do go through some sort of adjustment. Usually it's very subtle. This is just where I'm sort of playing around. I feel like the piece is mostly finished at this point. I'm just doing some mild adjustments. The highlight, a bit more. No. That's too much. But if I do two of them, no. See, it kind of makes it feel a little bit more warm overall. But I do like how the greens are here. This is like the tricky part where there's not really a wrong answer to things, but it's mostly like personal preference. If I want to be really crazy, I could just mess with so there's the grayscale. These are some of my auto actions. And then here's the gradient map that I use for my comic for chapter 1, or one of the gradient maps, I should say. I've made a bunch. This is the Wintertime is the other gradient map that I used in chapter 1 for my comic, on top of Somber Beginnings. So, I mean, I'm not going to be using that. It was mostly just for fun. I do like having a noise filter on things though. There we go. It just adds a little bit of grainy texture. And then if I want things to be a bit warmer, I could have that to be orange. You can see bumping up the opacity really affects the piece with the noise filter. Another thing that I do sometimes when it's at the finishing stages is oh, I should probably add a little bit of detail to that bird actually. Nah, I'll just make it easy on myself and use an overlay layer like I've been doing for the other light. Take that same color and then just add a bit of highlight to the bird. A little bit. Yeah, that works. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna take all of this stuff, like all of it, create a folder, like it's all in one thing, and then because I don't want it to touch the yellow of the background, I'm using a clipping mask. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll take a gradient. So say I wanted it to be more blue. Here, let me set it to normal so you can see. And then I just, oh, wrong one. I can adjust things. So I can add a little bit of blue if I want. Or I could add even more of the light color just over like the whole thing. I could also do this to individual pieces, but you can see like it can really affect a lot. I don't think I want to use it here. It's interesting. Normally I use all of these little tricks, but I kind of like how it's turning out right now. I did forget to do the book, so I am going to fix that. But that won't take very long. Page. Then for the top page, I'm going to use my lasso tool to sort of separate them. And then I'm going to use an airbrush. To create that fold. And then I can add a little bit of light. And then I can just invert the selection to work on the other half of the page. And then if I wanted to say, take the color this color, just create a little bit more separation between this top page. Alternatively, I could take this darker color even more, just like right here. And then I just sort of like blend them together. You can see that that creates the book, like makes it feel more like a book. You like books? Rotating this, and then I'm going to have a clipping layer, and I'm going to set it to multiply, and then I'm going to use sort of the same brown to just sort of scroll the text. This is a very wide book. This one's gonna take a little bit more thought because it needs to follow the curve of the page. That's not bad. Then lower the opacity a little bit. Or not quite so much. Let's set it to 80. I want to do the back paws of the fox. See, I thought I was done, and it turns out that I had forgotten a lot. Oh, and the flower crown. My goodness, I'm forgetting all sorts of things. I'm gonna put a little bit more detail into the flower crown than I did for the bush flowers, since the flower crown is kind of like part of the fox. But it's still gonna be a little bit blobby, because it's flowers, and it's not like a flower drawing. I'm not Georgia O'Keeffe over here, who was a pretty cool artist. And a little bit of Shadow the Hedgehog. Nah. Okay, and then a shadow. Oh, I didn't do any shadow on the head yet. We'll work on that now. Make this beast feel a little bit more dimensional. Shadow from the flower crown. And then see a little bit of shadow from the paw. How does that feel? It does push that cheek back a little, which might be good. Are there any other pieces that I'm forgetting? Maybe I'll try adding another highlight layer, but over like the whole thing. Like doing like a rim light almost. I have it all the way up with opacity so that I can see it easier, but I'm probably gonna bump it down if I keep it. It would be like probably that level of light. I do have area scaling. Let's increase that to, huh. You can see how much this layer makes everything pop. I am going to decrease the opacity on the bush flowers just a little bit though. There, so it's not so overpowering. I think I forgot about the pale flowers again. Yeah, okay. Easy enough to fix. What I'm doing now is I'm using a color layer to cool the temperature of the tree in certain areas so that it fades a little more into the back. Because atmospheric perspective, which is when light particles and such get between your vision and what you're looking at, tends to make distant things look a little bit bluer or look a little bit more like the background color. I could make it look more yellow, but I'm using yellow as my highlight, as well as for the sort of blank background section. Um, and so I'm using blue to push things back. That's why mountains will look sort of purpley or blue if you're far away from them, whereas if you're like up near a mountain, it just looks like a bunch of rocks. I'm gonna do the same with the bushes that are behind the tree. Just sort of cool it down a little. You can, I mean, it's very subtle, but it adds up. And I'm doing this because I want the fox to feel a little bit more prominent than it is. Like it's not bad, but it does kind of get lost in some areas. And then I think I'm gonna try that out with the far leaves as well. Like if I have it at 100% opacity, it just makes it blue. But if I make a subtle difference, then it adds dimensionality to the piece, which is very important, especially because I'm working with such simple shapes and textures. A little bit too overpowering. I'm gonna set that to 30% opacity. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, another thing. So I like how it looks with this yellow background, but I'm wondering if having it take the square rectangle there. I have my marquee tool, which is this rectangle thing, set up so that it automatically adds to the selection. Wondering how it would look if it was a cutout instead of the whole thing. I'm probably going to keep it as the whole thing, but you never know. So invert selection and then delete. Yeah, I like it better with the whole thing. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my, oh my goodness. Cover all of that up. It's too intense. I'm gonna go back to these layers that I have. So I think I like the level correction. It does bump everything up just slightly. I'm gonna set that to 50% opacity so it's even more subtle. And then the color balance, this kind of like makes everything feel a little too red. I like it, but I wanted to celebrate sort of like greens and yellows and stuff, less so reds. And then this is just a little bit too intense. But if it's a lower opacity, then that's okay. I think that I'm done with this piece, which means that there will be a different thing on Tuesday for the stream. Oh, I should put my signature on it. Don't know where to put it though. I'll just write it out and then. Okay. And then I can just sort of like stick it there, decrease opacity. Okay. Maybe I'll make it a little smaller. Well, thank you for watching me. I had fun working on this piece. I might tinker with it more off stream, but it's not super interesting watching someone just fiddle with a bunch of layers, probably. Um, I'll be posting this online and I might make a printout of it. We'll see. But I enjoyed trying something new and I hope that you had a good time watching. Um, Ending a little bit early now. Next stream is Sunday where I'll be doing more um, Dragon Age Origins, and then Tuesday is the next art stream. So I hope you have a good rest of your day. If you have a Saturday Sunday weekend, I hope you enjoy it. Um, and I will I'll see you all later. Bye.